Hello, this is Emma Live Yoga and welcome to this stretch, breathe and relax class. So just taking a few moments to get settled into semi-supine, so just laying yourself down. So as you arrive, just make yourself comfortable. So you might want some support underneath your head or your back. And just make sure that you have the feet underneath the knees to support the lower back. And have the palms of the hands open. So just feel that rolling open of the palms so the shoulder girdle is able to relax. So as we arrive here, feeling grounded and supported by the earth, we'll begin as always with a few deep breaths to bring ourselves into this present moment. So take in a big breath in. And out. And doing this again, breathing in and out. So allowing the eyes to close for a few moments and beginning to settle into body, settle into breath. And as we withdraw the sight, practicing the fifth limb, pratyahara, sense withdrawal, feel that you can begin to develop an inner looking, an inner gaze. And just beginning to enter that world of breath and sensation as you drop down away from the steady stream of thoughts. And instead begin to tune into the waves of breath, feeling on the exhale, the back and shoulders releasing. And on the inhale, feel the heart space expand as you fill with the breath. And on the exhale, experience the softening around the eyes and mouth. Space emerging between the eyebrows. And on the inhale, feel a drawing in of awareness of this present moment in this breath. And on the exhale, feel you can let go of anything which no longer serves you, perhaps for the next hour as we connect, stretch and breathe. So as we begin to center here, you might wish to bring to mind a sankalpa or an intention for your practice. So just take a moment to observe how you're feeling, what's going on in your life. And just bring into mind something which will make your practice personal. And planting the seed of intention in the fertile soil of the heart space. So feel you can breathe in with calm and awareness. And breathe out any busyness of mind. I'm doing 2 more full breaths like this to center. So as you complete these breaths, you can blink the eyes open and just bring the hands to rest on the belly as we set up for Hidra Pranayama, belly breathing. So feel that you can fan out the fingers and thumbs and allow the tips of the longest fingers to gently connect. Feel that you can still relax through your elbows and your shoulders and just begin to observe the breath in this space. So in yoga philosophy, we hold all of our stuff, all of our emotions, our feelings in this space. So it can become a really powerful place for transformation. So just see how the breath is moving here. Be aware of areas which move with the breath. And also be aware of any resistance, any vulnerability, any tender areas. And begin to accept all in equal measure with no self-judgment. And in the spirit of self-acceptance, which is what yoga is all about. Feel on the inhale, you can gently expand the belly into the hands. And feel on the exhale, the belly falls away from the hands down towards the spine. Feel you can inhale into any neglected areas and expand. And feel on the exhale as surrendering as the belly falls away. And continuing this practice, and know this is an encouragement, so no stress or strain. We know we have 3 more breaths in this space. So Hara means fire belly. So we're working with the seat of personal power, Manipura chakra. Feel what you feel. See how the breath moves in this space. So when you've completed your rounds, you'll open the palms of the hands to the sides of the body. And just take 2 further breaths here into the shadow print of the hands. Experiencing sama, balance between the inhale and the exhale. So as you complete these extra breaths, we'll let go of this pranayama, this breath exercise, and we'll move to some gentle stretches. So taking a breath in. On the exhale, gather the left knee into the belly, taking the shin, all the back of the thigh. Inhale. And on the exhale, begin to slowly circle the left ankle. And just begin to connect breath to movement. So you might inhale, a circle. Exhale, a circle. After the next full circle, just pause and change direction. Inhale, so working into any pops or clicks. Exhale, and just check that the fingers and shoulders are still relaxed. And now you can do much of this practice if you like with the eyes closed, if that feels good. As you complete the next circle, just pause, give the ankle a little shake there. Then on the inhale, float the left ankle up towards the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, take hold with the back of the leg wherever you can feel a stretch. So that might be the thigh. You might take the calf or the ankle. Wherever you go to, make sure there is no stress or strain. And just begin to lengthen the breath up and down the spine, emptying on the exhale. You can feel any tender spots. You might have a press of the fingers into that calf tissue. A little bit of myofascial release. Another option is to peel the toes back of the left foot. This takes you into the calf tissue. The final option is to slide out the right leg if that doesn't bother your lower back. So taking any of these options, breathe deeply. Inhale to expand. And exhale to soften and let go. Staying with the breath, see if there are any areas you can soften, maybe the jawline, maybe the shoulders. Maybe you can soften around the knee, the quad muscle. Few more breaths. Then if you slid out the right leg on the inhale, bring the right foot back to the floor. Exhale as you lower the left foot back to the floor, open the palms of the hands. Take an inhale to the collarbones and exhale to let go. So from here we'll change sides, take a breath in. Exhale, gather the right knee into the belly, taking shin or back of thigh. Inhale. Exhale, begin to slowly circle the right ankle. And just see how things are on this side. So inhaling, a circle. Exhaling, a circle. And after the next full exhale, pausing, we change direction. Inhale. So nice juicy circles. Exhale. So again, be aware of any areas that don't want to move, any areas that move well, accepting all with equanimity, evenness of mind. So then after the next exhale, next circle, pause, give the ankle a little jiggle. And from here, we'll take this into the hamstring. So on the inhale, float the right ankle up. Exhale again, take the back of the leg wherever you can feel a stretch. Take a big inhale up to the collarbones. Exhale down into the pit of the belly. You might have another little prod around in the back of that leg. You might peel the toes back of the right foot. You might, on the exhale, extend the left leg out. Just see what's best for you in this moment. And just keep feeling and breathing. Relaxing the spaces around the eyes and the mouth, which connect to the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve connects us to our relaxation response. So a few more breaths. So the message there is, if in doubt, smile. Then from here on the inhale, bring the left foot back in if you slid the leg out. Exhale, bring the right foot back to the floor, open the palms of the hands. Take a big inhale and big exhale to let go. And just pause here for a few moments just to be and breathe. So reading from the breath book, The Essence of Yoga by Sandra Sabatini. Lying on the floor can be an encouragement to surrender, to say yes to the ground, to say yes to this process that starts with the breathing, and leads the body to more lightness, and in due time, more flexibility. So feeling the weight of the bones, inhabiting that inner universe for a few moments. And then from here, taking a breath in. On the exhale, gather both knees into the belly for Apanasana, taking shins or backs of thighs. Inhale. Exhale and have a gentle rock from side to side, corner to corner of each hip. You might inhale to one side, exhale to the other. That's great, everyone. That movement connected to the breath. Then from here, inhale, come to center. Exhale, bring the hands to rest on the kneecaps as we set up for some hip rotation. With the knees together, inhale, draw the knees towards you. Exhale, knees apart and away. Inhale, together and towards. Exhale, apart and away. We'll do 2 more circles in this direction. So beginning to open through the lower body. Feel you can create some space. As you complete these circles, pause with the knees on the belly. On the inhale, take the knees wide for Ananda Balasana, half laughing baby. On the exhale, float the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling or sky. So now you can take the back of the thighs, the shins, ankles, or the feet or toes. Try and hinge the knees towards the armpits. Inhale. Exhale, either stay static or begin to rock from side to side as we continue to stretch out the hips. And just feel you can lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Steady breathing. Then from here, inhale, gather those knees back into the belly. Exhale and just give yourself a big hug. If it's suitable, you might lift your head and kind of curl up into a little ball, really open out the mid-back. Keep a squeeze of the pelvic floor if you're taking that option. And then exhale, lower back down. From here, we're going to come through to seated. So you can either rock to one side and come through that way, or you can roll up and down the spine and come up that way. Okay. So as we come up, we're going to come to a wide angle posture, Upavista Konasana. So you can stretch the legs out. As always, you might want to sit on some extra support just to support your lower back. So just make sure you're nice and comfortable there. Just have a little wiggle from side to side. That's it, equally on the sitting bones. Then from here, on the inhale, feel you can lengthen away from the floor. And on the exhale, you can release through the shoulders. And then just bring the hands to Anjali Mudra at the heart space and connect with the breath here. Know if this seated position, it doesn't suit you, that you can come to any position which does. So as you arrive, connecting with the heart, connecting with your inner feeling, which is called Bhava, and also connecting with the intention you set at the beginning. So then from here, on the inhale, lift those prayer hands up. And on the exhale, take the arms down to shoulder height. From here, just feel you can stretch out the fingertips. So we're just waking up the areas around the shoulder blades. You might have a little shimmy from side to side there. So just loosening everything up around the shoulders and neck. That's it. Keep lifting out the sitting bones. And then come to stillness, inhale. Exhale, and just begin to reach to your right side. So little lean. And then inhale as you come to center. So little lateral extension, exhale, reach to the left side. Try and keep your shoulders relaxed. That's it. Inhale as you come to center. And again, exhale, reach and squeeze that pelvic floor. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale to reach and stretch and breathe. Inhale to come to center. And exhale, releasing the hands down, just open the palms. As you sit tall here, inhale, lift the shoulders, we'll do a few shoulder rolls. Exhale to roll back, lovely. Inhale to lift, exhale to roll. So I'm going to do 2 more of these. Endeavor to keep the gaze steady, the head still, make it all about the shoulders. I've got 1 more. Inhale to lift and exhale. From here, just take hold of the back of the knees so you can bring the heels together. So we're also working on the lower body at the same time we work with the upper body. So the heels are some distance away from the body together. So this is as if we're going to do a posture called Supta Karmasana, reclining, sleeping tortoise. So we just sit tall here, feel that opening through the inner thighs, the inner kidney meridian line, runs up the inside of the leg. From here, inhale, bring the right hand down to the side of you, either fingertips or palms down. Exhale, and then inhale, swoosh that left arm down, and then up to the side. So again, we're reaching through lateral extension. Know that you can spider walk this right hand a bit further out to the side, but make sure that both sitting bones stay grounded. Now find the breath. You might even close the eyes so you can feel that stretch from the inside and just move intuitively. If you feel that you're striving or gripping anywhere, then just soften. So let go of striving and strain. Just allow your body to be how it is. Let it be how it is. Just let it be as you breathe. Good, and then from here, inhale, swing that arm down, relax the shoulder as we come to center on the inhale. And exhale, relax the shoulders. And just take a full breath in neutral. And then from here, place the left hand down, fingertips or palms. Inhale, swoosh the right arm down and then up across the body. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, and just working into lateral extension. So you might bend at the elbow. You might walk a bit further out, or you might stay exactly where you are. So try to keep your arm aligned with your ear. So try not to roll forward. Keep lifting through the chest. Lift that heart space forward. Lovely, everybody. Where you can feel any resistance, any tension, kind of a stuck feeling, send the breath there. Good. 2 more breaths. Then from here, inhale, swing that arm down as we lift back to center. And exhale as we arrive. From here, you can bring the hands to the outside of the knees. Just coax those knees towards each other. And then from here, we're coming through to an all-fours position. So it might be you need to set up a blanket underneath your knees. Just make sure you've got everything you need. And just bring the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Feel you can draw the shoulders back away from the ears. And we just begin with a little sway here. So inhale. Exhale, and just begin a little sway from side to side through the hips. And just teasing out any tight spots that you can feel. So continue to stretch and breathe. You can just gaze between the thumbs. Just keep the head aligned with the rest of the spine. As the hips get used to the action, you might be able to take it a little bit deeper from side to side. An option is to bring the knees together and do your sway from side to side with the knees together. This just takes you a little bit deeper into the sciatic nerve area, the lower back. See what feels best for you. You know you can rest at any point. We've got 1 more of these to each side. Then we'll inhale to center. And on the exhale, you can have the knees together or apart. We're going to sink slowly back into Utthita Balasana, extended child. So you can bring the forehead down to the floor, or you can support your head on a brick or block. So finding the best version which works for you, feel you can surrender and let go here. And feel that you can breathe into the back of the body. Feel that extra expansion through the back of the body, through the compression of the belly. Breathing deeply, softening. Sandra Sabatini says in her book, what is essential is quietness, inner silence, a willingness to listen. So when we fall down into a posture like Balasana, pose of a child, we're encouraged to move inwards. So when we feel overwhelmed, anxious, we've got a lot going on in our external world, we can inhabit this peaceful inner world of breath and sensation. So a few more breaths here. Then from here, on the inhale, you can slowly make your way back to an all-fours position. Exhale, and again, just walk those hands in. So we've been in a forward bend. We're going to now take this to a forward bend, a posture called Anahatasana. So from here, you'll actually walk your knees a bit further back on your mat, and then you'll walk your hands a bit further forward, so maybe an extra handprint forward. You might have a cushion or support to hand in case you need it for this. From here, you take a breath in. On the exhale, you begin to sink the sitting bones up and back, but lower the forehead towards the floor, which is option 1. Option 2 is to walk the hands even further forward and to lower the chest towards the floor. Wherever you are, make sure that you're holding on to the pelvic floor. If lowering the chest feels too strong, then just lower the forehead. And know you can always sneak a cushion underneath your chest or your forehead to make this more comfortable. So wherever you are, feel that you can lift the pelvic floor, engage Mula Bandha. This keeps your back nice and secure. And just breathe into that open heart space. The heart is searching, reaching towards the ground. So feel the breath moving in this gentle back bend. Got 2 more breaths, not staying too long. So then from here on the inhale, you'll lift the head. Exhale, if you've been using any support, you'll just slide that away. We're going to come to laying on the belly now, so you can just walk the elbows forward, sink the hips, and we'll arrive magically in Sphinx pose, so another little back bend. So feel that your elbows are underneath the shoulders and feel you can really lift the chest forward. A big inhale, you should feel a nice stretch through the belly. Exhale, draw the shoulders back. Now as you take that initial breath, if it feels too much, now you can always walk your hands much further forward. You can even come down all the way to the belly if that feels more therapeutic. So choose the best option for yourself. If you're in full Sphinx, make sure that the sitting bones, the glutes are relaxed. And think about moving forward through the heart space. And this keeps you out of your lower back. Shoulders are releasing. Inhale, heart space is expanding. Steady in the breath. So be aware if your mind enters a reactive state. That's okay. That's usually what happens. The trick is being able to keep breathing in order to keep the mind calm through that reaction. So we accept the reaction, but we know we don't have to pay that much attention to it. So then from here on the exhale, just soften around the shoulders, sink down until you can come all the way down. You can rest your head on the backs of the hands and just roll the heels out to the sides. It might be you are already there, in which case you just stay as you are. And begin to focus the breath into the belly from this position, this prone position. And just feel a softening around the shoulder blades, a melting. And it might be you even take the elbows a little bit further apart to create some space through the upper back. In yoga philosophy, there is the saying that often we are too busy talking and making noise in the work that we can't hear the primordial vibration of Om, the sound of the vibrating universe. So maybe if we're brave enough to become still and quiet, you can begin to feel that vibration. As you lay here, you may even feel the steady rhythm of the heart space. A gentle beat of the heart, you'll feel the vitality of the body in a state of repose. And this allows your nervous system to cycle down and to inhabit a more passive state. So a few more breaths here. Then from here, you'll slide the hands carefully underneath the shoulders. We're going to make a slow and mindful transition back to child pose after being in the back bend. So you can squeeze the elbows in, lift the pelvic floor, and on the inhale, just begin to lever yourself up away from the floor. You can slowly walk the knees in, and then exhale, again, knees together or apart, just begin to sink back, allowing your back time to adjust. This time, bring your arms into the sides of the body so the shoulders can release. And again, just bring your head down to wherever you need it to be. Shoulders softening, body breathing, mind releasing. So then from here, on the next inhale, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale as you slowly lift towards the upright. And just pause there a moment. So we're going to do a little pranayama from this position. So this is Virasana, sitting back on the heels. This is not always comfortable, so if it's not, know that you can come to high kneeling, or for the purposes of the pranayama, you might even come all the way down to the sitting bones and sit however is best. So it doesn't really matter too much what your lower body is doing. This posture that we're doing, this pranayama, is called Pada Dhyarasana, Pada meaning feet, so traditionally you would do it from Virasana, but you don't have to. So wherever you're sitting, make sure that you feel comfortable. Feel a settling of the shoulders, a lifting of the heart space. I find this a really comforting pranayama to do. It's kind of like a self-hug, and of course, at this time we might be missing touch. So from here, you just bring the hands to rest just underneath the armpits, so the thumbs are resting forward, and then you just rest the elbows down, the shoulders down. As you arrive here, keep the back of the neck long, lifting through the crown of the head. And you may find, because of the mama points we're touching, the energy points, that your eyes start to grow heavy. And just go with that. So just allow the eyes to close. And as you begin to observe the breath, evenly through the nostrils, you'll begin to have a visceral experience of this practice as you feel the lift of the rib cage on the inhale and the fall of the rib cage on the exhale. So I want you to tune in to this inner rhythm without making any changes to the breath. Allow the breath to guide your awareness. And as you settle into this practice, you may even find that the breath begins to slow down. So now we have about 5 more breaths here, following the inhale and the exhale. So as you draw to the close of your practice, and know that there is no rush, you'll gently release the hands and just open the palms, resting them on the lap. Keep the eyes closed and just take a few moments to return to a natural flow of breath. As you pause here, you may feel an experience of narojaha, which means settling into stillness. Then from here, on the next inhale, take a deeper breath as you blink the eyes open. And exhale to let go of that practice. So then just ripple out the fingers and thumbs. If you're in Virasana, you're just going to roll off the knees so you can slide the legs out. If you're on the sitting bones, you'll do the same. You'll just slide the legs out, so open out the backs of the knees. So coming to Dandasana, staff pose. Legs are outstretched and we sit nice and tall. As always, please support your back as you need to. So keep a nice even gaze here. So we're going to move from Dandasana to Paschimottanasana, which is a forward bend. We're going to take it easy. So from here, on the inhale, just bring the fingertips each side, just forward of you. Now you might notice maybe you tensed your knees and your quads as you did that, so just give everything a little jiggle. So stay present, don't think ahead to what's coming next, stay present in the breath. Then from here, on the inhale, just lift the chest forward a smidgen as you bend at the elbows. That's it, and exhale as you come back to the upright. So you're endeavoring to keep the back nice and long. That's it, lovely. Inhale, lift the chest forward a smidgen. Exhale. Lovely. So think about lifting forwards like we did in Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift forward. It might be you can walk the hands a bit further forward, just see. Exhale. Inhale. So next option is to hold that smidgen forward and just breathe there and feel what you can feel. So keep the gaze steady, looking forward as we work into this stretch. Actually, rather than working, just feel that you can inhabit the stretch. You can inhabit the asana in the breath. So feel on the exhale. It's the exhale that takes you deeper rather than any conscious effort. Feel in the exhale a little surrender, a little give, a relinquishing of control. Continuing that with that process, it doesn't mean you'll move every time, so you need to kind of let go of that as well. But just think about letting go, no destination. You might drop the gaze towards the front of the mat. Then wherever you are, you can just bring the hands into rest organically where they arrive on the legs, making sure that your back is still really nice and long. Soften the gaze towards the big toes. This is your dristi, your gaze point. And just breathe here and see if you can work with the challenge of not tightening up. Can you trust your body to be as it is? and be happy in that moment. And you let go of the future, targets, competition. That's great, everyone. Staying with the breath. Got a few more breaths here. If you feel you might around it a little bit, just lift that chest gently, across the sternum, that's it. And then exhale as you come back to the upright. Well done, everybody. Just jiggle out the backs of the knees. And just jiggle the feet, loosen up the ankles. So we're going to move to a seated twist called Ardha Matsyendrasana, half loaded the fish's pose. So from here, again, we'll sit nice and tall. You'll then bring in the right leg, foot to the floor, but then step that foot over the left leg. So it steps over about level with your knee or your shin. Any problems with the knees, no, you can take it much shallower. And then just gently clasp the shin. Now, usually I ask you to sit tall in this twist. I'm going to ask you to do the opposite. I want you to kind of round forward and just hug the shin in. So this will feel different. So rounding forward, shoulders are relaxed, letting go of any notion of posture, and just letting go of the head and breathing into the back of the body. Then from this place of relaxation, the left forearm, which is wrapped around the shin, I want you to wrap that thoroughly around the shin, stay hunched down, and then take the right hand back behind you. The right hand goes back, we're still rounding forward. Then on the inhale, lift the chest and roll that right shoulder open. So we lift and lengthen and we emerge to that right side in our twist. Lovely, everybody. Just breathe in there. So now you can look straight ahead, or if it feels good on the neck, you can glide the head to look over the right shoulder. Keep the breath moving through the twist. Active toes of the left foot. Lengthen on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. Keeping the chin level. Then from here, inhale, glide the head back to center, body back to center, and exhale. So we'll change sides. So sliding out the right leg, Ardha Matsyendrasana, bringing in the left foot, and then stepping that foot over the right leg, about level with the knee. So then from here, we begin to round down and just hug that knee in, let go of the head. You might even rest your chin on your knee. And just begin to focus the breath into the thoracic spine, the mid-back. So I want you to feel a complete relaxation here. This is called sukham, comfort. Sometimes we go into twists too rigidly and then we create more tension. So maybe if we can go in softly, the twist might go a bit deeper because he's surrendered. Maybe, just see. So then stay rounded. On the inhale, take the left hand back. Work with the challenge of staying relaxed and rounded. Then hook that right elbow around that left shin. And on the inhale, lift the chest as you turn to your left side. Exhale as you arrive there. And breathe. Keep a lift of Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. And again, you have an option to glide the head over the left shoulder if that feels therapeutic. So this class is stretch, breathe and relax. So we need to find the relaxation in the postures. The steady space of equanimity the mind can embrace. So just take a little check, any area that you might be tensing, maybe your knees, maybe your shoulders, maybe your jawline, and just see where you can soften. A few more breaths. Then on the inhale, glide the head back to center. Exhale, glide the body back to center. And then release the leg. So from here, we're coming all the way down. You might want to have your brick, block or cushion with you. We're coming into Viparita Karani shortly, an inversion. So as you come down, we'll come to semi-supine initially. Just open the palms. Walk the feet underneath the knees as our practice comes full circle. We're back where we started. Feel that the next exhale drops you all the way down into your body. And imagine you can feel the body spreading and taking up more space. Really letting go of the back muscles. Once you've reached a point of relaxation here, you can walk the heels in a bit closer towards you. And on the inhale, press into the heel so you can bring your support underneath the sitting bones and lower back. And exhale as you arrive. So we're setting up for Viparita Karani, legs in the air pose. Once you've got your support there on the inhale, you can allow the knees to fall in towards you. And on the exhale, float the feet up towards the sky or ceiling. Know that you can have the legs straight or bent together or apart. You can point the toes or peel the toes back or just let them relax. Wherever you are, feel the shoulders heavy but the hips light. And feel how this inversion allows us to connect with our rest and digest impulse. The reversal of the blood flow, the lymphatic system. You may close the eyes and feel that you can drop your mind's activity down into your heart space, where it can dissolve into this present moment. Feel the breath settling. Feel the systems of the body slowing. And beginning to connect with the inner peace which is always there, the Ananda Maya Kosha, the center of bliss and peace. Then after the next exhale, on the inhale, you can slowly begin to bend the knees in towards the belly. On the exhale, bringing the feet carefully back to the floor. So then without tensing the glutes but pressing into the heels, on the inhale as you press, you can lift up a tad so that you can slide out your support. And on the exhale, carefully bring the back to the floor. Just take a breath there in the neutral spine. And if you get any intuitive messages to draw the knees into the belly for final rock from side to side, then listen to that message. If not, feel free to stay exactly where you are. And now from here, we're going to come to relaxation position of choice. So from here, getting any support that you need. You can keep the feet where they are, or you might slide down into Shavasana. You might roll to one side, so whatever feels restful and peaceful for you. And come into that position. Allow the eyes to close. And take a deep breath to let go of the body entirely. As we draw towards the close of our stretch, breathe and relax class. We can now begin to inhabit the quiet, cool places of the body and mind. So final reading from the breath book. Gather all the senses that are usually extended towards the outer world and turn them within. Move them inside. Use this natural intelligence, the capacity to listen to what is taking place inside. So resting here for a short time. So now becoming aware of the breath and beginning to deepen the breath as you rise towards the surface. And sending the breath down into fingers and toes. Bringing some gentle movements here. And now moving the head slowly from side to side. Easing out the back of the neck. When you're ready to, on the next inhale, reaching the arms up and back for a full body stretch. Big exhale to let go. Then drawing the knees into the belly, having a rock from side to side until you can roll over to your left side, the moon side of the body. Resting the bones here for a few moments. So feeling here as you rest a moment of gratitude in this moment with this breath in this body. And then bringing the top hand to the floor beside the face. Stretching out the top leg and coming through to comfortable seated. So as you come through, sitting tall, lengthening the spine, lifting the heart space. And bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra as we give thanks for our health and our practice. Inhale to lift the prayer hands up. Exhaling to the sides. Inhale to look up and exhale. Namaste. So thank you everybody for practicing with me today. I hope you're feeling nicely stretched out, connected with your breath and a little bit more relaxed. So I'll see you next time.